The homeowner said the buck shows up every day, so they gave him a bed too. He peed on the floor and tried to clean it up himself. Responsible as f**k. 10 out of 10. Good doggo. You can't be mad at him. Definitely should give him a treat. My dog Mike is traumatized by almost anything. Today is his first day in daycare. Take a deep breath, Mike. Army veteran rescues bald eagle dangling upside down from a rope in 75-foot tree by mowing down the branches with his rifle. 1 square foot of bun. Fun fact, a group of bunnies is called a fluffle. 1 square foot of fluffle. Aww. What if they don't like my sweater? Oh no. This makes me happy. Are you Ben? Yes, he's my best friend. He always comes to watch the match. Always. This guy we saw at Winco really made our day. We saw this guy at a local store. When we asked why he was dressed like that, he said people needed a reason to smile. Made my day. My mum always made me a birthday cake every year for 44 years. 2 months since she died, and my old dad tried his hardest and my heart melted. A Kenyan lady found her childhood friend on the streets suffering from drug addiction and took him to rehabilitation. Something that made me smile. During this crisis, my assisted living is on lockdown, so he comes every day to see his dad and they talk through the phone. Sweetest thing ever. Consent was given to post on social media. Deputy Dennis Wallace bet local students that if they could raise $30,000 in cookie dough fundraising sales, he would shave his head. He was murdered on November 13th, shot in the head twice. My old boy Einstein is excited we get to stay home for a while. My adorable dad in the family group chat is adapting well to quarantine life. This is what happens when you don't bathe regularly. You sprout new hair. Meeting a friendly stingray. My parents have the best little neighbors. Dear neighbor, Mr. Rogers always said, in crazy times, look for the helpers. We would like to be the helpers. If you need any help getting groceries or are out of something maybe we have and can share, let us know. You're happy helpers. Friends for life. When Bax the dog was left blind after an accident, his friend Buttons became his seeing eye goose by hanging onto him with her neck and honking to direct him. Warren just rode every virtual ride at Disney and Universal Studios in a laundry basket thanks to YouTube and Zach Chazin for the idea. Did you ride any? No, I was the guy who just kept saying, keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times, and occasionally threw water on her when she chose a water ride. This is absolutely beautiful. Sharing with one another, especially in very difficult moments as the one we are in now, is very lovely. Free. Take what you need. Veterans helping hospitals in Norway. Many Norwegian veterans volunteer to guard hospitals and other public buildings so that hospital staff and other public servants can focus on helping patients. My local Starbucks are giving out cups with little messages after such a sad day dealing with the repercussions of cancelled exams for my students. This really put a smile on my face. Be safe. Northern Canadian city embracing social distancing by putting hearts in their windows for people on walks to see. This is just some of them. My sister's graduating nursing school magna cum laude in spring. She put off college at 18 to take care of our suddenly quadriplegic mother. Lost her dad to suicide at 6 and beat triple negative breast cancer 5 years ago. She is my hero and I'm proud to tears of her. Nap time in a cat time. Nap in a cat. My dog isn't used to me being home during the day and is just staring at me from different places around the house. This 103-year-old lady holding a sign saying I beat coronavirus. This 103-year-old Iranian woman beat the coronavirus and was allowed to go back home. She's holding a piece of paper saying, I defeated the coronavirus. I'm not crying, you're crying. Due to coronavirus precaution, Bob Shellard isn't allowed to visit his wife in her Connecticut nursing home. So he stood outside her window and held up a sign that said, "I've loved you 67 years and still do. Happy anniversary." My cat has his own little nook for sleeping. Every comment was offering to get this person groceries. Immunocompromised. Grocery help. Would anyone be willing to do my shopping for me? My grocery store is Ralph's. I have cancer and am currently undergoing treatment, so naturally I've been staying home. I would greatly appreciate any help that's available. I can help you. Call me. How about some fresh oranges? I can be back up if needed. Give a little smile in this troubling time. My work is giving away free toilet paper when you spend $5 in our drive-thru. Everyone gets a good laugh about it. Love my job. 220-something New Yorkers have amassed an army of volunteers, 1,300 strong, to deliver food and medicine to the most vulnerable in the coronavirus outbreak. My apartment complex had to close the clubhouse, close the gym, and postpone resident events, but they won't stop trying to cheer us all up despite the quarantine. Today I found puzzles when I went to check the mail. Here are some quarantine puzzles. Enjoy. Our cow wasn't feeling good, so last night, my son went outside to spend time with her. I woke up this morning and found this. Get well soon, Earth. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Just a couple of Irish piggies. Aww. Can it get any more wholesome than this? Colton Public Library online story time. With shed aquarium closed to people, penguins get to wander around, scope out the dolphins and fish. An accidental injury at birth left this puppy with one ear and she rocks a unicorn look. This is so sweet. There is an old man always trying to save all the abandoned dogs and take good care of them. He makes a train to take them to the vet because there are too many dogs. Found this note outside my house. It's Italian for "everything is going to be alright. In times like these I want to spread some happiness like this stranger did with me." This guy dresses up in costume at the gym to take the attention away from his overweight friend who was embarrassed to go to the gym. My brother captured my dad visiting my mom at the nursing home. He takes a tablet and writes her notes. "You my Mrs. B. Love you bunches." Then he says goodbye. "I will see you tomorrow." This is the sweetest, and then again it is the saddest thing I've seen. As my brother mentioned, their 65-year-old anniversary is April 1st and dad is worried they won't get to spend it together. I pray this pandemic doesn't last long. My little sister tells our puppy to play teacher with her all the time, and he actually sits and listens to her talk and draw on the whiteboard. Oh my god. Dad and me feeding Murray, same place, same crock, 2 photos 15 years apart, like father like son. Meet Pickles. He got bored and helped himself to an unattended jar of jam when his parents weren't around. Needless to say, he gave everyone a mini heart attack. He looks so happy. Bottom ranked sumo wrestler bursts into tears after winning first championship. It's enough to make a grown man cry. I'm being informed that I'm 11 out of 10 good boy. Will report later. Until then, this is Wif Blitzer signing off. My name is Dog. I know a kek. And he is small. He is small as heck. Because of this, I must defend. He climb on me. I carry friend. Very wholesome. Neighborhood dads practicing social distancing while drinking beers. Dads being safe. I heated up my small hot water bottle for Charlie because he's been shivering all night and he is so happy I want to cry. If Charlie is happy, I am. Armed robber refuses to take cash from elderly shopper and kisses her on the head. Professionals have standards. At least he isn't the worst one out there. There is no day that can't be improved by seeing pictures of how they weigh now. Who's a cutie? We bought Cooper a barrier to keep him from climbing up front. He's really testing its resistance. Oh sweet Cooper. Cute video shows auntie scrubbing algae off terrapins' backs at Botanic Gardens. ACR and Jabwad javed. owners of a small shop in Scotland, spent £2,000 on masks and alcohol gel, and are giving them away free to older people. No one talked to him. I'm thinking about the Crow couple. This Crow couple have been together for 12 years. She broke her beak 8 years ago in a collision with a car. He has patiently fed her and loved her since. They have babies every year and she is a good mom. The entire family flock protect her, living proof that compassion isn't limited to humans. Crowmates. Boy holds hand of crying classmate on the first day of school. Because that's what heroes do. This boy's a real hero. When my daughter was 4 I was so broke. We went to the Christmas tree lot and the man could tell I was about to cry. He found a tree that had a problem and was free, so he gave it to us. As I walked back home with my kids and our gorgeous tree, along came the tree man in his truck. He threw the tree in and gave us a ride home. I'll never forget it. That man is awesome. Orphan dog tears up after being reunited with mama cow who raised him when he was a puppy. Everyone like that. It is so heart touching. 3D ultrasound printed out for blind mother. We are in the future and it's incredible. Look at the joy on her face. Beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Touching photos of animals being saved from Australian bushfires rage show the very best of humanity. It's not all terrible news. No, it's not. When the war is over, well, get married and the earth will grow flowers like you, and your womb will carry the most beautiful girl in the universe. A letter found in the pocket of one of the dead soldiers. 1939. Wholesome soldier. I told my best friend I didn't have a date to my nursing school formal. Him, why didn't you ask me? Me, well Trent, because you're straight. Him, Bryce, we've been buddies for years and it kinda hurts my feelings you think I still care what people say. In my opinion, everyone needs a Trent. Strangers on a plane help anxious passenger. People are good. Today on my flight to Denver the pilot announced they were expecting some turbulence as we descended. A woman in the rear of the plane was afraid of flying and became very anxious after this announcement. The flight attendant reseated her in the front where it's usually less bumpy. She sat in the middle seat across from me. The strangers on each side of her could have responded to her fears by ignoring them or being irritated at the inconvenience of having a tall lady in a big bulky white coat sit in the empty seat between them. But instead, they immediately reached out to welcome her and help her feel comfortable. They held her hands and talked to her quietly for the remainder of the flight. My faith in humanity has been renewed. These 3 Jewish men arrived in Auschwitz on the same day and were tattooed 10 numbers apart. 73 years later, Sandy Bacham photographed them meeting for the first time for the Last Eyewitness Project as 3 men who survived to build families and prosperous lives.